Hi Leo, welcome to my channel and welcome to your tarot scope for the week of March 13, 2017. I don't have any announcements or any spiritual messages that I need to share for this week. But Leos, with that being said, let's just get started with you, shall we? Beautiful. Oh boy. Okay, so we start off the week. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of balance and harmony. It's about giving, receiving, and sharing. So you might feel in this kind of spirit or this way at the beginning of the week. Either one of those. The giving mood, the sharing mood, or giving, receiving mood. But it is about balance and harmony. So there's balance and harmony starting the beginning of the week for you. Next we have is the Two of Wands. So we're kind of in a contemplative state, the having to choose between two things or two paths. You're kind of at a fork in the road at this time. So you're not sure which path or which road to take at this moment. But I just like to say, because this is the messages that I get when I get this card, is that it does not matter which path you choose, you will still end up in your final destination. One might take longer than the other, and I think that's the choice that you're trying to make, is which is the shortcut, which is the shortcut to take. Sometimes it's not about the fastest way in getting there. Sometimes it is the journey that takes you there. So kind of in a contemplative state, which path to choose, the fork in the road at the beginning of the week. But it is a card of balance as well, so take heed to that. Next we have is the King of Swords. This is a righteous energy, and this is about midweek. Excuse me, pardon me. Hopefully my throat does not get irritated. It's been doing that. So, this is a truthful card. This is a man who speaks the truth. He is experienced, he's mature, he's been there, he's done that. So that's why he is in the status that he is and where he is at this point. It could be you at this point. It could be another person whom you go to for advice, who you highly regard, highly trust, because he's so truthful, cuts through the bull, just tells no lies, just tells it like it is. So it could be somebody whom you go to for this advice, or it could be this righteous energy. Some kind of truth does come to you by midweek, or it could be you in this position as well. Leos, I don't think there's anything else with this card. Okay, next we have is the Ten of Wands. You're in a place of completion. It was a long, hard road. This also could be you're hauling a lot of things. You have a load, a very heavy load to carry. But it is a card of completion. This isn't, although it's been a long haul, been a long road, very heavy load that you've been carrying, it doesn't mean that it was for nothing, because what you're going to do after this is you're going to build something from these wands. Okay, and it's going to be useful. They're your experiences that you've carried along the way. So it's the completion card. This is the last haul that you have to take before you break through to a new beginning, but building something very beautiful from those wands. Next we have is the Nine of Wands. You have been battered and bruised. You feel very protective, especially of what you have left from being battered and bruised, from what life had offered you so far. So you're very protective at this time of everything that you do have after you've gone through all that hardship. And again, it is like toward the ending. So last trimester is like what I like to kind of, that's how I like to explain it. So the first three, 1, 2, 3 is the first trimester, kind of like a pregnancy is how I visualize this. and so on and so forth. So this is like the last trimester right here. You've been there, you've done it, you've gone through it, you've been through such hard times. Like I said, it's a battered and bruised card, but you've learned a lot from it, and you're very protective of whatever you have left from this experience, or from the experiences. But it is the last of it until you move to, and it makes such good sense, because just before that was the 10 of Wands, and that long haul, the ending of that long haul, and now building anew from it. Next we have is the 4 of Wands. Very beautiful card to end the weekend, or beginning of the weekend, or what have you. This is like a Saturday card, and don't mind me, I end up interpreting it this way, with this card is the beginning of the week, this card is the ending of the week, this is the middle of the week, but all these energies, all these messages can come through at any time in the week, so just be aware of that. And this is a card of stability at this time, and probably beautiful card. You probably are very stable during the weekend, celebrating. It's a card of celebration. And if you've been in a relationship for a while, it is a card of marriage as well. So maybe you're coming to that point where, oh, now it's time to get married. So that could be going on for the few of you. But makes perfect sense with it being a weekend card too, because celebrations go on, friends, family, because that's what it's all about as well. So stability, nice, stable, and celebratory weekend. But the last card we have, and this is could be the Sunday card. It's a part of the weekend. Conflict going on. 5s is about instability and change. This one, not necessarily have to worry about this kind of it's kind of a mock conflict. I wouldn't, almost playful. Like I said, it's nothing really serious about this card. It's just a little bump in the road, sort of say, during the weekend. Maybe it's like a kind of bumping heads with a friend or a family member. But like I said, it's nothing big. It's almost like a playful, in a way. It's almost a playful kind of conflict. Like I said, nothing serious. Like it's a mock thing. It's not really real. Maybe something that's preparing for you as well during the weekend. So let's take a little recap here, shall we? One more sip. So beginning of the week, starting the week, pardon me, my throat is really irritated. Been doing a lot of these weekly scopes. So beginning of the week, you could be in it's all about balance and harmony. You could be in a receiving, giving, or sharing mode. Then there's something about balance that's going on. You're at a fork in the roads at this time, so you're not sure which path to take. But like I said, either path is not a wrong path. It'll still get you to where you need to go. It is a journey, but I think you're thinking more about I want to take the shortest one possible, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you need to experience that journey to get to your goal, or where you want to be. Then we get to a point where you have this righteous energy. It could be a person whom you go to advice, who you highly regard, who you gain insight from, or information from. It's a truthful energy. This person is blunt, very truthful, cuts to the bull, doesn't run around a bush because it has no bush to run around. So it could be that, or you could be in a status, in that kind of point of status during the middle of the week. You could get a promotion for very few of you. But it is truthful and righteous energy that's there for you during the week. It could be also a supervisor, boss, who is this type of of person who just cuts through no bull, just is very blunt, is very straightforward. And so you could experience that somehow during the week. Not bad, just different. Then you get to a point where you're coming to a closure, coming to a point of completion. It's been a long haul. This is the last haul, the last push for before you start your new beginning and building anew from those experiences. Then you come to a point where you have been battered and bruised. But again, this is the last haul, this is the last push, and you're just feeling very protective of what you actually have right now, what you're left with. So very protective of that. But again, it's a last part of this journey through whatever you've gone through. Toward the weekend or in the weekend, during the weekend, you're in a place of stability. There's celebration going on. If you've been in a long relationship, I wouldn't say long, but if you've been in a long relationship or partnered with someone for quite some time, there could be marriage in the cards for you or talk of it. But it is the weekend. It makes sense. It's a card of celebration, friends and family, and stability, being close with those and the ones you love. And then at the end, you're kind of out of conflict. It's not a bad conflict. It's nothing really serious. It's very minor. Like I said, it's like a mock fighting. Like I said, really not serious. It's all. It could be a playful energy as well. So nothing serious to really worry about with that. I wouldn't worry about that. But it is a card of instability and change. So change is coming, change is involved with that little conflict. And I thank you for watching. I am trying to get these out, weeklies out to you guys on a regular basis now. Just always remember, it takes two to tarot, so to speak. And I wish you a great week. Thanks again for watching. Aloha.